Big E's in the house, mate.
There he is.
Hey, back again. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
What about now?
We're on.
We're good?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nice.
Hey, I'm trying to live until I die. Come connect, you know it's a lewd state of mind. Yeah, yeah. Talking traveling, if you wanna fly. Fitness and finance, living a better life. Keep it raw, no filter. Living with no limit. Thank you for tuning in. Come on, let's get it.
Mate, it is good to have you back, man. You're looking fit and healthy.
Oh,
Look at you.
Using those terms pretty loosely. I'll take it. I'll take everything I can get.
It's just good to see you. It's been a couple of years.
Yeah.
Man, you were one of our first guests here at Lewd State of Mind, and we appreciate you for that. We did the segment on AS Colour, the business that you work for, Kiwi company, of course.
Yep.
So we've got that Kiwi connection. Of course, we always like to keep it tight. But you're back again, mate.
Yeah.
You're back again.
Back in bricking it though.
You're bricking it.
I've been bricking it since you called me back. I'm like, you have all these, well-educated, smart, learned people, like, with PhDs and successful business owners, professional athletes, marathon runners, chefs, and then you just brought this average pleb guy on.
Dude.
So, yeah.
Mate, we've got good chemistry. You're a great guy. Yeah. You've got some great stories to tell, mate, which we're going to get to. It is a pleasure to have you. And look, we've talked about it before, how difficult it is to get podcast guests. Yeah, we've got a rule here that we don't interview famous people, so that cuts out a few people. Obviously, we don't want to give them any more exposure. I mean, Lewd State of Mind is all about the average person that's got good stories to tell or knowledge.
Below average, obviously,
or
as well.
knowledge. Oh, dude, don't talk yourself down, mate. As I said, you've got a lot of skills. You've got a lot of skills. So yeah, as I said, that's the hardest part, is getting people to commit. And luckily for me, you said yes pretty quickly, which is great. But obviously behind the scenes, it's like that analogy, the duck on the water, isn't it?
Mate, I love this. This is, I think, people listening and need to jump on YouTube and look at this setup and realize we're not just two guys sitting in some study with a laptop and a couple of cheap microphones or something like that. This is wild.
It's legit. It's the real deal, mate.
And then to hear the stuff that you're going to be doing to it, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, it's we're always evolving, always trying to be better.
Yeah.
I said with a previous guest that there's no such thing as perfection. I've realised in my later years that it's just not obtainable. So there's no point trying to chase it, but you can always keep improving. Look, I was thinking about the other day. We bought a brand new apartment, and when you walk through it, all I see is imperfections, and there was a point in time where that used to frustrate me, and I used to get that was a source of anger for me. It used to just frustrate me, because I was trying to achieve perfection, and it's just not obtainable. But as I said, with what we're doing here, we're evolving. We're trying to get better. We're just trying to put a better product. Not that there's nothing wrong with the product so far. I mean, we've started out how we want to continue, and it's been great. It's been I loved the journey and the learning curve. I didn't know anything about podcasting.
To even hear that, it's like this is like even walking through the door. I forgot, and then I walked in. I'm like, oh my God, this is out of control.
Well, you got to, if for those people that don't know, you've actually got to walk in through the gift store.
Yeah.
Because you've got to walk out past the gift store
Yeah.
on the way out of here.
I'll tell you,
it's great marketing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's great marketing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Wow, hey man, thanks. I appreciate that. And as I said, I appreciate you coming back.
Mate, it's an
awesome.
absolute pleasure, honestly.
Hey man, it's a gorgeous day out there today. A lot of cyclists out there. A lot of cyclists. We're Bayside, obviously.
Yeah.
And talking about cyclists, Gay Mardi Gras on today in Sydney.
Up in Sydney, yeah.
I'm surprised you're here and not there.
Oh mate, to be honest, I'd actually love to be there. I think it's a pretty electric sort of environment, and it's nothing but fun and nothing but freaking love out there.
Have you done a Mardi Gras before? Have you got a Mardi Gras story?
In saying that, I just by sheer luck and chance, I don't know if you want to say luck, but I was in Amsterdam with one of my best friends, Bianca, in Amsterdam for Mardi Gras. But it wasn't it wasn't the best experience for me. It was pretty full on. It was actually the most uncomfortable I think I've ever been in my life.
Why was it uncomfortable, mate?
Oh, it was shoulder to shoulder, and I was getting touched and grabbed where I went.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you didn't like it?
Being a hetero male, it was a bit hard, but I mean, in saying that, it was like, like it is really cool to see. It's really cool to be around
That's awesome.
it, and such a positive vibe. But at the same time, like it gave me an insight to a little marginal insight to what it could be like to be a female.
Oh
what
yeah,
they
for
cop
sure.
all the time.
Yeah, that's unacceptable,
Yeah.
obviously. Hey, normally we get our guests to give us some photos and bits and pieces and some questions prior. You sent in this video. You got that one, Matt? So I see you've
What's going on here?
I see you've shaved a bit. Your beard's a little bit shorter.
Oh, you mate, if I looked like that, I'd be a very happy man. He's doing well. He's spending his time at the gym.
Is that attractive to you though? The big buns, eh?
Not on a male.
No. On a chick for sure.
On a not too. I'm like there's people that like a bit of a badonkadonk. Not me. I just it's what my wife
Yeah, well,
has.
thanks for sending that in. That was awesome. Hey, man, you got some Buckfast?
Oh, I've got
I'm gonna
some
cheers to Buckfast.
Cheers to you, my good man.
Rob and Joe, Chapel Street Cellars.
Oh, I'm gonna be bouncing off the walls after this. Mate, last time.
Yeah, well, this is 15%, so you got to be
Mate,
like
it catches up on you.
It does. Those sippable drinks like that.
What shocked me is low cal.
Yeah.
I thought because it's sweet, I'm like, oh, this is because of how it tastes. I'm like, oh, it's got to be.
I think
it's
the
sending me on a
sweetness
fast track
comes
to the
from
dentist.
I think the sweetness comes from the grape juice. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Oh, it's a tonic wine. It's got to be fucking good for you, doesn't it?
Oh, it's a yes for me. Well, I brought in a little something for you, mate.
Oh, what do you got?
If you're giving me stuff, I'm got
Mate,
to return the favour.
We've started off the year pretty well because this is my second gift.
Oh, look at you, and it's what are we into March?
Oh, you're fucking joking.
Little something, mate.
Mate, that is absolutely insane. Can you explain to our listeners and our viewers, or explain to our guests
That's
what exactly that is and what you do?
I painted
You got that,
a
Matt?
portrait
Can you
of
see that?
Of yourself and your very young handsome son Maverick onto a US $1 note.
Mate, that is fucking insane. That the detail on that. I'm looking at the crow's nest on the side of my face. That is unbelievable.
I dialed it back a little bit.
Oh,
for you, mate.
thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's like it's when I remember when I saw that photo come up on Facebook, and I loved it. I think it's one of my favorite photos of a father and son I've seen. My biological father and I, we only kind of really reconnected, I guess, maybe in the last 12 months. But my stepfather, who I refer to as my dad, even him and I, we don't really have too many photos together. And when I saw that photo, it's just such a nice photo, and I just wanted to encapsulate that for you, just
Mate,
in an art form, I guess.
Thank you, mate. You're gonna make me fucking cry, bro. That's insane. There was we're in Singapore. Yeah, sorry, bro. Yeah, we're in Singapore on our way to Italy to go snowboarding. That was up the top of what's the tower there in Singapore? The big.
I forget the name of it.
Yeah, that was on the top of that. Hey, just pause that, Matt. Matt, just put an edit in. I'm gonna send you the original photo and put it up on screen. Mate, that's fucking insane, bro. I'll try not to keep on going on about it.
It's such a it's cool to. Yeah, it's just a really, really nice photo. From a male saying it to another male, I guess our society, everyone gets weird about that sort of stuff.
That's it there.
Oh no! Wow. Yeah. Okay. I think I'd only seen the color, the black and white. No, I wish I'd have done in color now.
You emailing that to me?
I'm going to.
God, this stuff's too good.
Share it to the drive. So that's the amazing fucking artwork, and then
That's the amazing photo.
that's the amazing photo. And that was, as I said, in Singapore at the top of is it Marina Bay Sands
Yeah, that's the one.
Hotel and a bar. I remember drinking expensive Asahis up there.
Oh yeah, everything's expensive in Singapore.
Yeah, that was a
Wild.
trip. As I said, we were on our way to Italy, and that's when I busted my knee when Mav took me out. Did you not know that?
No.
Day 3 of day 11, he came. We were boarding together, and he just came in from the side and just took my knee out.
Oh,
And
heavy.
did the MCL. So
That was the last time we smiled together.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. After that, there's no more shots.
It was the last time Mav was allowed to go on a trip.
Well, the thing is now he's doing VCAL at school, so we can only do school holidays, which sucks. So, no ripping him out of school to go gallivanting all around the world, man, all around the world. Dude, what's been happening with you, man?
Oh, mate.
How's life?
Life's good.
Yeah?
Life's good. Yeah. I mean, it has its ups and downs and stuff like that. It's, had a pretty wild last couple of months. Had a mate in the music community pass away all of a sudden, and it's kind of rocked the music community pretty heavily, especially on the peninsula. Yeah. They're like one of the sweetest humans that's ever lived. Yeah, it caught us all off guard, but
They're never going to say that about me when I die.
yeah, I think it's so weird. You always go on about like, oh yeah, like I'm not a people person. I hate people and stuff like that. But you just, I don't know. There's a gravitas that you've got going on that I think
Yeah.
that says
You know,
otherwise. It contradicts it.
the irony of it, eh? So when I do pass away, the headline's going to be "Live until I die, guy dead."
Yeah, it's all good. It's good. But
Mate, I'm sad that it's obviously sorry to hear that. It sucks when somebody gets taken away from us unexpected, and then there's also the other side of the coin where you've got to watch people die slowly, which is not fun to do at all, and then you've got to deal with the grief, and
yeah, I mean, like I've unfortunately I've had a lot of death around me in my life. I'd only say in the last couple of years that I've actually last couple of years I've really kind of been, open to talking about it and dealing with it, and I probably wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for my wife, to like actually push me and, kind of show me and stuff like that, because I was pretty stoic, typical male, totally fine, no drama, nothing, my life's great or whatever.
well, as you say, that's a typical male reaction, isn't it?
I think so.
That's the great thing about having good partners, is that they can be there and not say anything, or they can be there and help you to say something.
Oh, mate, there's no two ways about it. If I didn't have Georgia, I wouldn't be the person that I am now, that's for sure.
You'd be skinny and on the crack.
I don't.
Sorry, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
I know it sounds inviting now.
I'm not calling you. I'm not calling you fat.
Oh no, I've been in the good paddock. Don't worry. There's no hiding that one.
Dude, that came out wrong. I'm sorry. I should have said you'd be on the crack and skinny.
Yeah. I think I'd be a bit of a shambles, to be honest. But she makes me a good person, that's for sure.
Well, shout out to her.
Oh, 100%. Like scream and shout out to her. Yeah. But no, it's been like my like I said, my stepdad, who I refer to as my dad. He sadly passed away just over 2 years ago. Actually, the 2-year anniversary was just last week. He passed away from cancer. And
fuck cancer.
oh man, I used to like when you see those stickers on people's cars or T-shirts, you're like, yeah, cool sticker. Like, what are you telling? Fuck cancer. What does that do? And now I'm like, man, I don't want to swear so much, but I get it now. Like, it is so bad. Like, my mum had cancer as well, back in like 2007, and that was grim. Like, I'd sit with her in the hospital while she was having chemo and seeing other people's chemo, and just like, it's no joke. Like, it's so heavy. And then to see my dad, slowly slip away, it was just grueling, to the point where I had to tell my brother. I said, "You can't go to the hospital anymore, man."
No, sometimes you don't want those images. Fucking.
Yeah, but my mum, it's just wild, and then to be with her, and ever since then, she just sold the family home and sort of thing. So it's been a wild ride. But again, like, I've got friends, family, even work. It's kind of crazy how the people that I work with, have like such a positive impact on my life and on the other things like that. And my friend network is crazy. It's the best friend network I could possibly ask for. And then, like I said, Georgia.
Well, it's testament to you as an individual, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, I live by the saying, your vibe attracts your tribe, which I can't claim that, but a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, actually the guy that made my gold caps.
Oh, really?
He's the one that told me. He's a Kiwi. He's the one that told me that, and it's stuck with me ever since he told me. And it makes total sense.
Good men, good people, Kiwis.
Mate, he is top tier. Yeah, his presence alone, he's one of those people that just presence. When you could have the worst day and just bump into him on the street, and you're just like, he's just an aura about him. Jay. He's a different human being. I tell him every time I see him, I swear to God, man, you were like a wise sage or a shaman or something in his past life. He had to have been. He's just so different to the rest of us.
Shout out to Jay.
Oh, Jay Boogie.
He better be listening
and
to
Cheshire's
this.
been. Oh, he's
like and subscribe, Jay, please.
yeah. He's special. That's for sure.
Hey, we were talking about fucking cancer.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody that hasn't been touched by cancer in one way or another.
Oh, I got told the other day it's 1 in 2 now.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, what am I going to get? I was waiting for it. I don't know.
Well, but that's what Lord's all about, mate. When was the last time you went to the doctor? That's the thing. So you got to do the routine
regularly, semi-regularly.
That's good. Yeah. At least you go. A lot of people don't.
It's mainly just for I get gout, and then my doctor just always asks me, "Oh yeah, how much are you drinking?" And then I tell him, "He's like, you're an idiot, mate."
Are you a religious man?
Nah.
No faith?
Nah.
You got to wonder, if there is. He's got to be it. It's got to be.
Actually, I was going to say definitely not a she. No, she's doing that to kids.
No, true, exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to wonder, don't you? If there is a higher.
So
power,
sorry if I've offended anyone.
No,
out there.
well, yeah. The intention is not to offend anybody.
Look, I've been to so many countries where it's so heavily religion based, and I actually love people's love for religion. I love their faith. I love their devotion. You go to Mexico City and you'll see people crawling on their hands and knees kilometers away from church, in the streets, over gnarly streets and stuff, on their hands and knees.
Crawling to
the church as a sign of humility, but devotion to the church. It's great. And then I've been everywhere from Israel to Buddhist countries, Hindu countries, you name it. And I actually really love their devotion and their faith and how much they're into it. But it's it's just not in me. I don't know. I just feel whatever happens. If whoever's there and they're so forgiving, then they're just going to be like, yeah, get in, mate. You're all right. I didn't give you much to go off to believe in me.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I believe the science. I mean, it's about evidence. And nothing is presented itself to make me think otherwise.
Yeah.
It was funny, we were having a discussion with somebody the other day about when people die and the funeral processions or ceremonies for different religions. In some religions it's celebrated and it's not sad. It's a celebration of life.
Yeah.
Whereas in other cultures it's morbid and every different culture has a different process of dealing with their dead.
Yeah.
I think Europeans or say Australians and New Zealanders, it's a sad affair. And the process is morbid. But hopefully in most cases they celebrate it after everything's been done and dusted.
Yeah.
I think that's all I hope for is a big party.
Yeah.
So
same.
Yeah.
I think my people that know me pretty well, he just wants to
just
go in hot.
Have a party.
But yeah, I mean, I've been to my sister and I and a bunch of friends, and actually, George, I've been to Mexico quite a few times, and I've been actually up into the mountains in Mesquite where they celebrate for Day of the Dead, And it was one of the wildest things I've ever been to. It was like a festival in a cemetery, and there was bands and music and like there was stuff going on, food stalls, animals and stuff everywhere, and families were exhuming the bones of their past family members, and sitting around having a drink with fam.
Really?
It was like it took some obviously adjustment. But it's a full celebration like you've never seen. It was like one of the best things I've ever done in my life.
So we're talking about multiple bodies being exhumed
Yeah,
at one time.
Oh,
and
this cemetery in Mesquite, there's like a lot. Like then you see like they bring up the bones and then lay them out and sit down and have like a beer or whatever, and you're walking through and there's like bands playing and kids running around and people selling popcorn or whatever. There's lights and stuff. It's really really cool. Like it's like
sounds fun.
I mean, it was
crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
That's the thing. That's the thing is like technically, and I had this just recently with my mum passing. Is that once she's gone, she's gone. Like the vessel that carried her body, that she's not there anymore. That whatever was in her has left and gone. And it's like with the you were just discussing with the bones, how they they celebrate that part of the body of the person that hopefully still holds something for them. So that they're trying to hold on to that dead person through their bones. But yeah, it's hard to fathom that. I mean, you think about how the body works and how we're here in the first place. The mechanics of it all, and what our body's doing right now, just sitting here talking. It's just insane.
Oh, it's mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just I hate the finality of it. That's my main thing. Like my brother was sadly tragically taken on Valentine's Day in '97, and I hate that I've never seen him again and don't know what he'd look like now, sort of thing. And I hate that he never got to meet you. That's what I really really hate about it. So that's the struggle, and like it's just, and I know it's part of life, but. And people are like, oh, time heals all wounds. But yeah, my therapist, she's like, she hates that saying. She's like, there's just some wounds that time won't fix. And that's definitely the case. But I'm living with it a lot better. And again, I'll probably just keep referring back to Georgia the whole time. But thanks to her, like, she's, really, 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 really good about it and really, really understanding. And yeah, it's made life a lot easier. For sure.
You're lucky. A lot of people don't have that support, and they're dealing with shit by themselves.
Yeah.
Or they don't have the means to get support. I was hearing on the news this week about the lack of psychologists and psychiatrists that we just don't have enough.
It's so full on, because even my psychologist, she's phenomenal. And people have reached out to me and they're like, oh, she can't take on any more people. That's wild. And that's I've got friends and I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. And then you can get recommendations, but I think Christina was like maybe the 7th person that I landed on. Like I went through and I said, not right. And then they said that's another thing that people don't understand. And then you get to the 7th one, the Christina, and you got to go through everything again. But luckily, it landed. And
well, that's like people with depression and stuff. With medication, it takes them a while to find that fit with the medication, and you've got to go through this process of getting on, then coming off, and then getting on, then coming off.
And some of it's terrifying. It sounds terrifying.
Oh, it fucking is. I've been through it. It's fucking horrible.
Antidepressant, some side effect is suicidal tendencies.
Yeah, that's how I know. That's how I know when I'm depressed. That's how I know when I think about death.
Yeah,
that's when I know I'm pretty low. And that's a key indicator, because I fucking hate that. Just the thought of not existing. That I don't even watch stuff about planets and stars and fucking the galaxy. That stuff makes me It makes me feel fucking sick to the stomach, knowing that there's all this stuff that exists and we don't know why it exists.
I just hate that I'm gonna miss out. Like after I know, I'm like, oh, what's the next tech gonna be? Like, there better be a hoverboard, and I better not miss out on seeing that. Things like that. I'm like, oh,
You'll be 85 when the hoverboard comes out.
yeah, I'll still give it a crack.
Yeah, and then you'll break a hip and you'll die in hospital.
Hey, that's fine as long as I got to see and try the hoverboard. But yeah, that's all. That's all. Actually, it's kind of obviously seeing friends and loved ones grow up or whatever.
Yeah.
That goes without saying. But
Yeah.
yeah, like the crazy new stuff. Like imagine you died in the 1920s and you never got to see. I don't know, stuff like this. Just crazy stuff.
We're talking about technology and new stuff and that. With AI, the trouble is these days is that you can't tell what's real and what's fake.
Don't get me started.
I mean, Maddie, you got that boat video? You have a look at this, mate. This came up on my feed the other day. Is there any volume on that?
No, that's fake.
Yeah.
Because you can tell from the underneath of the whale.
Yeah.
But
Just replay that.
if Mum's going to hear this, my mum would 100% repost that. But
Yeah, go.
the amount of stuff
Oh my
she
God.
reposts, and I'm like, Mum. And the concern for me is scammers out there.
Yeah. Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
That's the whole new thing now.
Yep.
It's like scammers posting like a kid. Oh, please rate this kid's artwork, and it's like a little kid with 10 fingers and 10 toes, or 15 toes or whatever, and slightly bung hand.
Yeah.
And it's clearly AI, and they're standing next to some crazy sculpture. All these, hate to say it, but it tends to be older people. Oh, this is amazing, phenomenal. Scammers like, we've got him.
Yep.
Bang.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
and that's how they get them. And
Yep.
it scares me.
It's
For
terrifying.
my mum anyway.
Yeah, exactly. What was that other one that we have there?
But
That's clearly fake.
yeah.
See, they've got 2.5 boobs.
But again,
that's the trouble with AI.
Too many.
They never get it right.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, with AI photos, like AI still hasn't nailed hands and fingers. That's usually the dead giveaway that I tell
Yeah.
people. Like, look at their hands
Yeah.
and toes
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But But there's people that would believe that.
Oh, for sure.
There is. They're like,
Oh,
my
look
God.
at that poor girl. Yeah.
Poor old Ethel. Just,
Yeah.
oh, did you see that? Siamese, those girls. And then all of a sudden, I got scammed out of my life savings.
Yeah, that scamming thing. Fuck. It's. I mean, it's
Sad,
hard
man.
for me. It's hard for me to comprehend being scammed.
Yeah.
But as you say, they scam the vulnerable.
I've
you
been
know?
scammed.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd they get you?
My Instagram got hacked hard, like bad.
Yeah.
How
How'd it happen?
Yeah.
Explain.
So like a tattooist from America, he's got the exact same name as me, Elijah Nguyen, and we followed each other. And then I just got a message from him one day. He's like, "Oh, hey man, where are you in LA at the moment?" Oh, because I would go to LA for work back in the day or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm in Melbourne. He's like, "Oh, just letting you know, like I'm entering this thingy. Could you give me a shout out and a vote or whatever?" I'm like, yeah. And he's like, "Oh, did it work?" I can't remember the full text. And I'm like, so no, it didn't work. He's like, "Oh, you sure?" I was like, "Send me a screenshot." And then I sent him a screenshot, and then that's how they got me. I don't know how they got me, and then didn't have my account and it was gone, and then I had to try and go through all these processes through Instagram, and it just didn't work as soon as like I did like all these different authentications, had my showed my face in it, but my Instagram didn't have my face because I don't like having my face out there.
Yeah. No, that's
So
one
that
thing
made-
I noticed.
Yeah. So it made it really hard. And then the scammers tried scamming, like about a year later, the scammers tried scamming a mate of mine that actually works at Instagram. And he's just like, "Hey dude, have you been scammed?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, that was like a year ago." He's like, "Yeah, why didn't you tell me? Like I would have sorted that out for you." And yeah, it's through unfortunately through him, he just and it's even hard for him as an employee to get someone's actual account back.
Yeah.
Really, really hard. And then and I finally got it back, and then I found out and you could find out exactly where they were from and all that. And
Through the IP address. Yeah.
and
yeah.
the stuff that they had followed through my account, the stuff that exists out there is, I don't understand that, someone can post some artwork that maybe, I don't know, is controversial, and then they get banned. But the stuff that I was seeing, it was like it's taken a long time to recover from. It was just I'm like a block. I could not unsee it, and I can't unsee the stuff that was it's on Instagram out there that people don't realize.
Mm.
So when it just doesn't make sense to me, but horrific beyond whatever you're imagining, the worst stuff.
There's
It's
some
worse.
sick fucks out there, isn't it?
Man, it's a wild world.
So worst case scenario, you would have. Oh, you want a top up, mate? You get.
I know, how bad's that?
Geez, we've only been going 20 minutes.
No. You see, now you're getting a little bit of insight into my habits.
You
Good or
see
bad,
that?
I'm not too
You
see
see that? I got some new stock turn up
I did see
downstairs.
2
Yeah,
cases.
it's just for you, mate.
I got buzzy.
Just for you. Yeah. I don't think we've had a guest that didn't like it. I mean, maybe they just didn't want to be rude, but
Oh yeah,
every guest that we've made every guest try it. And
it's good to
we've
get your
had no
night
complaints.
started. If you're like about
It
to
is.
head out, it's
That's
like,
it. That's what it's perfect for.
Yeah.
Just to get the gears greased up.
But
you
I know some people go in pretty hot. It's a good winter one as well. It's a good winter one. Yeah.
You can use that in cooking. You can use it as
Really?
a marinade. Yeah. There's a whole lot of recipe tips in the gronies as well too. You can use it in the gronies.
Oh yeah, you can see that.
Yeah, how good's that? How good's that? Fuck, all right, enough talking about death and
Yeah.
taxes.
Bring
and
it back.
Just went a little bit dark there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Went a little bit dark.
That's all good, you know.
I was gonna say let's keep away from the darkness, but you were telling me a story about Guatemala.
Yeah, Guatemala. I've been there twice. Once with Georgia and once by myself. 2007 was the first time I went over there. I was traveling all the way through Central America.
Great.
It's one of my favorite countries. That's what this tattoo on my right hand side is, Guatemalan.
Show me.
What's there?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who's
Few bits and pieces. This is a shaman, and then the temple on the back is Tikal, which is my favorite Mayan temple, which is in Flores, just out of Flores. But yeah, it's my favorite temple. It's actually the temple in Return of the Jedi.
Oh, cool.
Star Wars. 'Cause I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I've got some.
That's right, because you're a Lego maniac as well.
Yeah,
too.
that as well. Yeah, I've got a bit of a Lego obsession, which I like. And again, hats off to Georgia. Like I feel like anyone else would be like, what is this child that I'm with? But she loves that I love it. She's like, she knows that it's therapeutic for me.
Oh,
and
for sure.
yeah. And then I zone out, and I'm not thinking about work or thinking about everything else, and I'm just doing my thing, and then
Hey man, let's get back to these dollar bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we skimmed over that earlier on. What started the dollar bill thing? Where'd that come from? Because they're US dollar bills specifically, aren't they?
Generally, no, not necessarily. Like that's kind of the easiest, like just for whatever. But if I don't know, I've got a friend Beck, she's Spanish, so I did a portrait of her for her birthday on a Spanish lira, like an old Spanish lira. I've done Amy Winehouse for my sister on an English pound. I've done stuff on like Indonesian notes, but it comes originally from my nighttime extracurricular activities, if you will, that involves spray cans. But I would, the pieces that I'd paint, I would do the sketches on a note and then go out and
Bomb it.
find a wall and paint it, sort of thing. And it's kind of stemmed from that. A lot of kind of graffiti artists and that, quite a few do that. So it's no originality on my behalf. And then kind of just stemmed in through COVID, kind of like I was just like doing that, and then and the people are like, oh, could I get one of those? Can I have that? And I'm like, well, you want it? I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll send it to you. And then
So you're gifting them or you commissioned?
yeah, I was
Are you
just
paying?
giving them away, and then people were like, oh, can I get you to do one of those for me? I'll pay you. I'm like, really? I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, like $20. And they're like, is that all? And then and then again, Georgia, she's just like, what are you doing? It's like, you're spending so much time. She's like, no, charge appropriately.
What's this one? What's this one worth?
Generally for a portrait, like it depends. Like if it's a full color portrait, just one single. That's the first note I've ever done with 2 people on one note. But yeah, generally single portrait, full color. You're looking at probably around about $250.
Mate, that's cheap. That's cheap.
I think you just charge what you think people can afford or whatever.
I mean, for me, you look at I know how much time and effort's gone into this.
The hair on your beard and the hair on like some bits and pieces like Mav's eyelashes and that is actually done with one of the hairs off my head. Just
dip it, really?
Dip, bang, dip,
Wow.
bang, yeah.
How long does this take you?
Like a single portrait can take anywhere from 4 to 7 hours, sort of thing, around about that. That's like finding it, like, you know, getting the note, preparing it, cleaning it, pressing it, and then, you know, kind of transferring, like laying out the artwork either by grid or transfer sort of thing or whatever. And then, and the final piece.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a talented motherfucker.
I wouldn't go that far. I just like to, I don't know, tick a few things, and like it allows me to. That's another thing that allows me to kind of zen out. But
Are you going to post and boast about this?
Have
Have you got a good shot of this?
when I get some time, like it
Dude.
just comes down to time. But definitely, yeah,
Yeah, I'll send you the original photo and you can put them together.
Yeah, nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
yeah.
Man.
But pardon me, I'm fortunate enough. Like I'm surrounded by kind of a lot of creative people, a lot of artists that like are really, really inspirational. I know a lot of tattoo artists, but I know a lot of like traditional artists and craft artists and stuff like that. So I'm really, really lucky in that regard.
I've got to take my hat off to them because they take the time to perfect their craft. And the one thing that I don't have a lot of is time. I'd love to be doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
I've done painting and stuff in my past, and it's therapeutic. It's it's just, I don't know. Do you put earbuds in? Do you just work in silence?
Yeah. Or sometimes I just put earbuds in, noise cancellation, and it kind of cuts out like the fuzzy noise out there of like whatever, like air conditioning or cars or whatever. But still, because there's a lot of birds at our house, and if there's a good birds around, I like hearing the birds through the AirPods or whatever. Yeah. But then there's one annoying bird. I'm just like, mate, shut up, just all day long. That's all. Just I'm like, no one's talking back to you. What are you doing?
You want to go on Amazon and just get one of those slingshots, mate.
Oh, I've got two actually.
Oh,
Yeah, got a nice pistol grip. Actually, my nephew's got that at the moment. Yeah.
This podcast is brought to you in part by Buckfast. What is Buckfast, you ask? Well, let me tell you. It's better known as Bucky, and it's an internationally enjoyed, unique tasting tonic wine. It's equally rich in heritage as it is in taste. It packs a punch from 15% alcohol and about the same amount of caffeine as a well-known drink that gives you wings. Buckfast's enjoyment is only rivaled by its versatility from the cooking pot to the wine or cocktail glass. Drink it straight, mix it in a Negroni, or use it as a marinade. Available Australia-wide and distributed by Beeblebrox Beverages. Visit beeblebrox.com.au to find your closest stockist and buckfast.com for cocktail and recipe ideas. Guatemala.
Yeah.
It's funny, there's a soap opera in New Zealand based at a hospital, and there was a doctor called Dr. Ropata. Ropata.
Yeah, nice.
And he was played by the actor that did Once the Warriors.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
What, Jake the Muss?
Yep.
Oh, no, he's so good.
That's where he started. And I remember there's a scene where one of the nurses says, "You're not in Guatemala now, Dr. Ropata."
You do that well. That's
I had to practice that one. Yeah, tell me more about Guatemala, because the wife, we're planning a trip there, hopefully later on in the year.
Oh, man. It is flawless. I love that place so much. Like,
what made you decide to go there in the first place? What was the draw?
it's weird, man. Like, since I got a book, I was a bit of a nerdy kid or whatever. But when I was like, I'm gonna say like 6 or 7, I've still got this book actually. Yeah, Mum, I think Mum got me the book, and it had temples. Like, it was like a little section on it. It had all different things, like deep sea monsters, and then on the next page it'd be like the Titanic or whatever, and then one page was Mayan temples, and that was my favorite page in the whole book, my favorite thing to look at, and I just couldn't wait. And then as I got older, I found out where those temples were, and that's why I wanted to go, through Latin America and South, Central and South America, and then Guatemala, just because of, not just because of, but yeah, because of the whole Star Wars Return of the Jedi thing. Like, I want to go to that temple, I want to go to that place, and I want to go through there. And it is, Guatemalans as people are just so beautiful. They're so sweet and so kind, and so gentle. And I wanted to go there to learn Spanish as well, because their Spanish, Mexicans speak really fast Spanish, Cubans speak super fast, and then Guatemalans are like a slower, more relaxed. There's more relaxed people, but yeah, that's kind of why. And then all the bits and pieces. You go through Guatemala, you go through like rivers and then lakes and volcanoes and then caves and then you get the ocean. It just changes so rapidly. You go from jungle to here to whatever, and yeah, it's such a really, really nice place. It can be hairy though,
I was
obviously.
going to say, is it safe to travel?
Yeah, super safe unless you don't have your head on your shoulders, or you drop your guard for a minute, sort of thing in certain areas. Like I was just I was a bit of in certain areas, certain times or whatever. I was a little bit silly or didn't think, or I got mugged by cops there.
How'd that work?
Yeah, 2 shotguns to my face, and
Fuck.
yeah, it was wild. So, and that night I'd nearly got I broke up a fight, but people thought that, like, locals thought I was in that fight, and I was moments away from being stabbed, apparently.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean that sounds crazy, but and yeah, there's a lot of stories out of Guatemala, but it's still like for me it was super safe. Like I was amongst in Sumuk Champay, which is where Lankin, the Sumuk Champay falls are. Like if you jump onto, like, I think it's like a screensaver on like Microsoft or whatever, you'll see these like turquoise pools, and they're beautiful. But yeah, kind of near there was like all riots and stuff, and like people throwing like washing machines out of their windows and stuff. I'm like, what is going on? And military and choppers are flying all over the place. And turns out like the politician at the time, like, to get everyone's votes, he's like, oh, if you vote for me, I'll give you a mobile phone. And then yeah, everyone got these mobile phones, cast their votes, but none of the mobile phones were real and worked. And so yeah, and the streets were just
That's unlike a politician to do that, isn't it?
yeah, and it was nuts. And I don't. It's kind of weird. I don't like wearing shoes. I like to be barefoot, and I pretty much was like barefoot through Latin America, and I was barefoot, and then got to a road, and I'm like, it was just covered in glass, so I had to that was the only way I had to.
Yeah,
but my feet was bizarre. I didn't get cut up too badly, but Guatemala it's so beautiful. Like those pools, and then there's some caves that my wife and I, like Georgia and I, went to, and these caves, it's like full Indiana Jones style. Then you jump off bridges, and then we went to, I wish I could show you the photos of this, the volcano, Volcan Pacaya, which is just out of Antigua, which is like one of the colonial towns. Like that's my favorite town, or like mini city or whatever you want, in Guatemala. It's textbook, like out of a Disney movie. Yeah, the volcano, that's the first time I saw lava, like proper flowing lava. And lava's like one of the craziest things I've ever seen. And we were like, yeah, and it's not stuff you'd be able to do in Australia. You'd probably have to be 2 kilometers away looking through binoculars.
Exactly,
in Australia.
yeah.
Here, you're sticking your feet on it and shoes, seeing how fast your shoes melt and burn, and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, if you're going to go out, it is mind-blowing the whole time you're there.
Sounds insane. We have to rip up some photos.
Yeah.
What was the volcano called again?
Pacaya.
Pacaya.
Volcan
Maddie,
Pacaya.
can you are you googling that furiously behind the scenes?
Yeah. So I went there. So I lived and traveled with 5 Israelis at that time, and we all went to the volcano one time, and it was like you kind of saw through holes some glowing red. You're like, whoa, that's so cool. And then we went to San Pedro and Lago Atitlan, the giant lake, and we lived there for a while, and that's where we're studying Spanish. And then we met this girl, and she's like, oh, yeah, do you guys go to the volcano? Yeah, it was cool. And then she showed us photos, and it's like rivers of lava. We're like, what do you mean? We didn't see it like that. And then she's like, yeah, it was like yesterday. And then me and one other guy, Omri, him and I both just jumped on a bus and went, see you later, guys, and then travelled and then spent like a night in back to Antigua. And then we saw these rivers of lava, and it was just, it gives me goosebumps thinking about it. I loved it. It was one of the best things, but it's scary when you think about it. It's pretty wild how full on it is.
Is that what we're looking at there?
Yeah, it looks about right. But yeah, we were like, and like to get there, like people don't realize the ash and stuff, like the the stone of it is like glass.
Yeah. Yep.
And you can get cut up and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Back.
Oh no. That looks delightful though. Oh, they're gonna love that. Yeah, that.
Oh,
That actually looks like one of the Israelis that I'd met. But yeah,
that's got. I can just feel the heat from here coming off the screen, mate.
It is mental.
And as you say, when it cools, it gets all glassy and sharp and
really sharp.
Yeah.
And then like kind of like there's no rules over, there's no guidelines, no anything. You got to try and make your way back in darkness. And classic Israelis, like, because they've been in the military and stuff, they're just like, you're trying to get your torch out and that. No torches. Just let your eyes will adjust to the darkness. And I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. And for a minute, you feel like you're blind, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my, what is going on here? That was like it was nuts. You could fully walk through in the dark. But yeah, I went to a few volcanoes. I went to Volcan Ometepe in Nicaragua, and I thought I was not going to make it back after that.
Why's that?
Yeah,
what happened?
because I was very stupid, and it didn't take water with me. I'm like, I'll be right. Typical Aussie.
That's funny.
Like, I'll be fine. And then coming down, like, it was me and a German guy. I'm like, Dirk, I don't think. It was a grind. It was pretty full on, and I was like dehydrated. I'm like, man, I don't think I'm going to make it back. What do I do?
Wow.
And he's just like, and then I remembered a big leaf on the walk. It was like this hike just went forever to go up the top of this volcano, but I remembered a leaf in the jungle that had water in it, and I'm like, I'm just going to try and run to that leaf and hydrate myself.
Yeah.
And I don't know if running was a smart idea, but Dirk,
No.
he's German. He's just like, yeah, let's do it, man. Let's just do it. Like, what do we, and so we're like left the rest of the group because everyone was the same. We just didn't bring water.
Oh no.
Yeah, stupid idiots. And then finally kept running, and I'm like, and I remembered the track, and I'm like, we're getting closer. And I thought the leaf was like had nice water in it, but it wasn't.
Nah.
It wasn't.
It would have been.
But it saved. Like I've like after that, I'm like, oh god, I could feel the water go into my body and all the bits of other stuff. And then we finally got to the bottom, and there was like, luckily there's a little tienda selling. We just bought everything she had. And then the sun came down, and there was fireflies everywhere, and it was like one of the most amazing.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, it was. Cool.
Oh, lucky you didn't die. Otherwise, you would have missed it.
Man, I thought I was on, and like I got caught in a Hurricane Dean, on that trip as well, and I wrote a letter to my family and like put it in put it in a package, thinking that like if it gets found, if my body gets found, and if hopefully this gets found, and mum and dad and the family know that that I love them and thought about them or whatever. Luckily, I'm still here. Made it through.
Touch wood, eh? Man, it was funny. We just had Pete Miller in here, who's been a previous guest. He owns No Roads, which is a adventure travel company.
Oh yeah, right.
He was just sitting in here last week. Actually, his podcast went out yesterday.
I don't think I've listened to that
And
one.
he was telling me a story like you, that he got caught up on the top of this mountain. Cloud came in, got cold. He was only in a t-shirt, no phone, no water, no nothing, because he thought he was just going on a quick hike.
Yeah.
Cheated death that day. It was
Yeah.
just, and the advice that he gave us was just to stay put, because once you start wandering, like he said, there was zero visibility, and like you could have gone either way down off the mountain and got lost. And he'd taken off from a guide. He'd done the silly thing and not stayed with the guide and taken off. So yeah, that's on the latest podcast just out yesterday.
Nice.
Episode 35.
Nice.
35 episodes, man. I can't believe
35 already.
Yeah. Well, it's been 2 years. It's been.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's been a hard. I say it's a hard slog. This is not hard work. What we're doing right here is not hard.
That's fine.
Talking shit, drinking buckfast.
Yeah.
For a couple of hours is not hard at all, is it?
Yeah.
So
it's good. It's fun.
but yeah, you think about the amount of content. When our podcasts go for about an hour and a half. So yeah, we've got a pretty, as you say, we've got a pretty good catalogue so far, and it's going to be nice to build off that. And
I really like that. Not that's a great thing, but that the lady that was on not long, the one that works in pharmaceuticals and all that or whatever, and she was telling that story with the PTS one.
PTSD. Yep.
Yeah, I don't. I feel weird saying PTSD as saying as a disorder because it's. I've been informed like to say PTSD, post traumatic stress.
Yep.
Because referring to it as a disorder has a negative connotation, and it's not fair for those people that have got that. That's what I've been told. So I try to avoid it. But yeah,
You're
her
talking
story,
about you're talking about the term or just the D on the end
the term,
of it?
the term. Yeah, I think. Well, I mean that's what I've just been told. It's like, oh no, you don't say disorder because
Yep.
But yeah, her story, I was just like, oh my god, it was pretty captivating. So for anyone else listening, you got to go listen to that episode.
Yeah, definitely.
That poor girl.
Yeah. And you think about how many other females and
All the time,
males
all the time.
are in that situation. Worse so for females because that shouldn't be tolerated.
Yeah.
Men just shouldn't fucking act like that. It's as simple as that.
Well, Georgia was telling me, like she's in a run club, and they had someone following them yesterday morning.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, and that's her, that's her fear every time they go running at like 5:15 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah. Well, it's good that she's with a club.
Yeah, 100%. But it's also sad that they even has to be a good that they're in a club.
True. Well, yeah. Exactly. That's the world we live in. I mean, to be quite honest, I don't think it's been any different over the course of decades.
Nah.
It's just humans being fucking dicks.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's tragically.
It's a flaw of our species.
So when are you looking to go to Guatemala?
Hopefully later on in the year. Yep. So we've got normally we've got a trip booked or 2 trips booked so far.
Yeah.
At the start of the year, so we know what's coming up. But as I said, with Mav in school, we're sort of having to work through around school holidays and stuff. So it's one of those years that we sort of haven't had something in the bank, which feels quite weird.
Yeah.
Feels quite weird because all I want to do is do more travel.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty much how Georgia and I are. I think I'm sitting around about 57 countries now.
Nice.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Georgia and I think we've done maybe like 40 together.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, she's the best travel partner.
Yep.
Like she's just I've been, quite surprised on many occasions, especially like India, where everyone's seen the YouTube clips and the Instagram clips and TikTok clips of the food that they make on the streets or whatever. And yeah, there was one time I'm like, oh, I'm gonna give this a crack. She's like, yeah, me too. I'm like, whoa. Okay.
So you both got the shits together?
No, I didn't.
No,
not at all. Didn't have a single problem. We even went to one place and ate there, and like the people working there, like, oh, is everything okay? And like when we walked in, they thought we just wanted directions. Like, hey, can we do a table for 2? And they're like, oh, you want to eat here? And then we ate, and then there's like afterwards, like, how was it? I'm like, oh, it was amazing. It was delicious. And they're like, can you come out the back and tell the boss? And then and when we went out the back, and the boss was the owner's just like, what are you doing here? And we're like, oh, I just wanted to say the food was amazing. He's like, you ate here? Like he was shocked. But then when we saw the kitchen, we're like, lucky we saw this at the end of it. Yeah, it was pretty wild. But India's like one of that's a highlight. Yeah, India's wild.
Yeah, my wife Ash loves India. It's not on my list. There's places above it.
Yeah.
On the list. But there's so many to be ticked off.
Yeah.
So little time.
Mates of mine, we did a motorcycle trek in the Himalayas in India.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that.
That was a highlight to do it with my mates as well. It was special.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's cool. Did you have to adjust for the altitude? Was there any? How high were you? Were you
we went
high
up
enough to
to
have a
Kardung La, which is like one of the highest roads that you can travel on a vehicle or whatever in the world. I think it used to be the highest, but now it's I think maybe 2nd or 3rd. It's funny, like you do, like the motorbike is like it can't get oxygen, so it's struggling, and then when you get off the bike, you're struggling to take like a few steps. But one of our mates, Paddy, like classic Paddy, he got off his bike and then straight away just sparked up a cigarette, and there's a perfect photo of him just chugging away. Like, you absolute psycho! But it's classic Paddy. He's just like,
there's always one.
We've done it, boys.
There's always one.
Yeah. Oh, he's super good value. He's like, yeah, he's a champion.
I got to piss. Let's take a break.
Yeah, too easy.
Thanks for listening to our latest episode of Lewis's State of Mind. Don't forget to head to our website, lewisstateofmind.com, for all our previous podcast episodes and, of course, our famous merch. We've just released a new range of merchandise, and there's something for everyone. So head to lewisstateofmind.com and buy something today. Ugh, that was pathetic.
What's going on? I feel like I was getting it going.
Well, we're here. You show me how to do it, mate. I reckon it might be my lung capacity, as you say. For those of you who have just tuned back in, we've got the shisha or the hookah. What do you call them, shissers or hookahs?
I say shisha, yeah.
Yeah. This one came all the way from Bahrain. 2000. Oh, yeah. It's just cranking up.
Just take some time, no rush, no hurry.
So we're talking about tattoos. I was saying that I get a tattoo on the inside of my leg every year.
What do you get?
I get a line where my balls hang.
I'll be pinching that one.
Hey, do you use Pantene?
No.
What do you use when you're here?
What do I use? Heads and Shoulders here and there.
Yeah, I'm a Pantene guy. Matty?
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Devin here. And on November 1st, I got my hair cut at a salon. She washed, cut, styled it, and it feels so good to have my old original hairstyle back. I love my new haircut, and the hairdresser did an amazing job on it.
She did.
I'm definitely going to go back to get a touch-up done in a couple of months. Hell yeah, bitches. And I now use Pantene shampoo and Pantene conditioner. I love Pantene shampoo and Pantene conditioner. It makes my hair so soft, smooth, and it doesn't come with any paraben dyes or harsh stripping. Woohoo, Pantene. And Pantene also has Pro V vitamins in it. I love that stuff. Hell yeah, bitches. Okay, bye.
Oh, Devin, never fails.
Yeah, don't stop, David.
Never fails, Devin.
Pantene, you found your spokesperson.
Mate, he's awesome. One of my yeah.
You can't deny that passion.
Hey,
His
man.
hair did look nice though.
Yeah, it did,
Yeah,
didn't it?
yeah.
It did.
like
And
a-
his eyebrows looked like they'd done his eyebrows too. How's that shissy going? It's all, yeah?
Yeah, I think I
You're
feel
starting
we're
to
getting
get starting
we're
there.
getting
Yeah, it takes a bit of time.
Yeah.
For those of you who have, it's very similar. It's very similar to vaping. The same principle, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But this one's been around for thousands of years.
What flavour we got was it's
Strawberry.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Smells and tastes delicious.
It does. I mean, we don't condone smoking, but the good thing about it is we can do it here in the studio without.
And it doesn't affect the instruments or anything.
No. Well, it doesn't. You're not going to stain the roof, or it's not going to. Doesn't stink. It doesn't stink, does it, Maddie? No, it's all good. It's not
It's
like strawberries.
It's I mean, for me again, it's like a therapeutic thing, and the social element of it's really cool when you see it in, like, obviously, here as well, obviously, but the countries like, Turkey and stuff like that. It's really cool to see them, to do it. Georgia and I went pretty hot in like Jordan and Egypt and
Yeah, once we
Turkey.
did the same through Europe. In
Yeah.
Nash. You sort of get into it. It's like, where's a hookah bar? Where's a shisha bar?
Yeah.
Because it's good. You can sit down like before or after a meal. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just chill,
the mint is I like mint as well. It's like gives you that icy, fresh, clean feeling. But yeah, I mean, I don't smoke cigarettes, so.
Yeah. I was a smoker for years.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yep. I started when I was probably about 14 or 15.
Yeah.
Smoked pack a day right up until 37, 38. I remember, I tell a story because my son Mav had just been born, and I'm outside the hospital across the road, having a cigarette, ringing all my family and friends going, hey, he's arrived, finally, the little bugger's turned up. And I remember looking at the cigarette and go, what the fuck are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Your son's just been born, and then that was it. From then, I went cold turkey, and it took a little while after. I didn't quit that day.
Yeah.
Like I had to finish my packet of cigarettes. I didn't want to waste it. But it just seemed. And the good thing about it now is that I can have a smoke or something and not want to go buy another packet of cigarettes.
Yeah.
And fuck that, they're too expensive.
It's madness.
It is.
Madness. I've only tried a cigarette twice. Once when I was like obviously a young kid trying it for the first time with, some mates.
That's how it starts,
Yeah,
mate.
and
It's
then-
always one mate's got a packet and it's like, hey, man, try this.
Yeah, and then another time I was with kind of like another bunch of mates, and they were all smoking, and they're like, "Oh, I wonder if you like went, took a drag and went underwater, and then, and then it would come out through the bubbles," because I was the only one swimming in the creek. I'm like, "I'll give it a crack," and then took a drag, went underwater, and then sure enough, I blew it out, and then came up out of the water, and everyone's like cheering, like, "Yeah!"
The simple things.
The only 2 times.
Oh, my mum told a story that she just went green the first time she took inhaled it, and you can imagine. I remember the first time I did it was fucking terrible.
Oh,
but it was just something about it. It was just weird.
I get the cool element, like when you watch movies and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
you're just like, "Those look pretty cool."
But anything on like a series or anything with a main character that smokes, it's I don't like it.
Oh,
I don't like
really?
it. Have you watched Landman?
No.
No. Billy Bob, he smokes all through that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like I can just smell it and taste it every time I see him doing it.
See,
And
I know, like, yeah, there's certain things when people are doing things on certain shows or whatever, like, a character's like, drinking like a scotch or whatever. Like, I just see myself getting up. Yeah, I'm gonna go have one as well. So yeah, it's probably a good thing that I do.
it's product placement. That's how it works, man. That's
every
how it works.
time. He's giving it a crack. How are we looking?
No, we've got.
Oh, what's that little guy?
I don't know. I'm just turning it just because it's a valve, an air valve, I think.
Pro shisha smokers out there just reeling right now.
Yeah, go look
You
at this
idiots.
fucking pussy.
People in Bahrain, it's like, give it back, give it back.
No, you're not getting it back. Hey, this year we've got a cool little segment called Dead or Alive.
Oh, look
What do you
out.
reckon?
This
What do you
is
reckon?
exciting.
We've got no musical intro yet. That'll come when the budget's revised. Dead or Alive, Matty. What's our first video? Oh shit!
There's 2 types of people. 2 types of motorcyclists. Ones that have been in an accident and ones that are about to be in an accident.
It's obvious whose fault that was.
Run it again? Wow. Oh, God.
So there's basically three people involved in that accident because one dickhead
Was on the wrong side.
was on the wrong side of the road. Ah. They didn't die. None of them died.
Must have been wearing Alpine Stars. You can tell I used to work for Alpine Stars, can't you? But, obviously you and I both ride motorbikes.
Yeah.
We know how gnarly it is, know how full on it is.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That's a good one to be able to walk away from that stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. What's the next one? Oh, here we go. What a storm wallop.
Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. And don't swim in the sea. Incredibly, people have been spotted in the water here in Blackrock and Salt Hill both today and yesterday.
I did not see that.
Here in Blackrock and Salt Hill both today and yesterday.
Oh, I shouldn't be laughing.
It's not, what's going to happen? People in the comments are going, why is that funny? Because it's a woman getting walloped with a stop sign.
She walked. Surely she walked away. Unless they're.
Is that actually real though, or is that? You reckon that might be AI'd?
Nah, that seems legit. Yeah. Oh, she moves pretty quickly.
Oh, nice work on the video, Matty.
Yeah.
She's all right. She didn't die. Oh, crikey, dick. What's
I
next?
think I figured it out. Here's the seal on this thing here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, ooh, let's give it a hold on.
Normally they have a little bit of a material or something like that.
Oh,
that
yeah,
seals it in.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. This with the ears
Those
getting out.
Bahrainians, they stooged you, mate. Left out the material bit. Sorry, Bahrain. You didn't. Yeah, there we go. He's clocked on now.
Yeah, baby. Oh, that's good.
Oh, another motorbike one. It's
Oh, hold on a tick before you go any further. Let's identify that bike. That's Suzuki.
Suzuki, yeah.
So if we play this, Matt, 2-stroke, that's got to
You can tell
be.
by the sound of it.
It's 400. What did the Suzuki do? They did RM 400s, didn't they? Did they or RM
Oh,
500s?
that's where it's at that point where I tap out.
I'm going to say it's an RM 500, and by the
For
looks of
someone
it,
who worked at Monza Imports, I should know better.
by the looks of it, we're talking like 1981.
Yeah,
I reckon.
yeah, right.
All right, let's see what's good, bro. Watch
The
this.
year legends were born.
Listen to the sound.
So sick. Oh god. Oh god.
Jesus Christ!
Oh god.
Right on the edge of the ramp.
He's no Robbie Madison, is he? No Mad Dog.
His nuts will be in his throat.
He's not having a good day.
No.
No, he walked away. Oh, didn't walk away, obviously, but he lived to see another day.
I'm going to hope he did. You know what? We don't do a lot of research on this.
Let's just say, yeah. It's going to help me sleep.
Yeah.
He's fine.
We don't like to think that people die and we laugh at their expense.
No, definitely.
It's just called Dead or Alive. Just, obviously.
Oh,
We
God.
could have just called it Live Until I Die.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what. Oh, God. Yeah, the motorbike stuff, it's sometimes a bit close to home, isn't it?
Have we got another one? Have we got another Devon? Have we got some more words of wisdom from Devon?
Another product, please. Come on, Devon. What do you got?
Yeah, it was just a seal, yeah?
it's just a
yeah,
seal.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
good. I'm lucky we've got you in the house, otherwise we'd
No one's ever said that.
we'd be throwing it away. Oh, here's Devon. Hold on a sec. Here we go.
Devon.
Words of wisdom.
Bless you, darling.
What do you got?
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Devin here.
Your
And
boy-
Do you ever meet someone for the first time and immediately wanted to buy them a toaster for their bathtub for when they take a bath? Okay, bye.
I like Devon. I like him. He's a sweetheart.
Toaster for the bathtub.
Yeah.
That's not very nice, Devon. What do we need? Do we need something to wedge in there? Just mark that as an edit, Maddie.
I think so. Usually, yeah, like they have that, like the cloth. Here we go.
Blue tack.
Bloody Brendan ingenuity right here. Ha! Ladies and gentlemen. Call the authorities.
Give it another whack, mate. See how we're going for the
Big hit.
Are you ready?
Yep. You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? You sure you're ready?
Hey man, we were checking out your Insta while we're having a break, man. Maddie's got it up here on screen. This Insta page is just for the notes that you did that we were talking
Just
about.
for the artwork.
And look at this video that we're playing at the moment is the process that you go through to prepare the note.
Yeah, it's kind of like a quick snapshot, I guess.
Yeah, ready to do the magic on it.
This is just a Simpsons recreation piece that I did as a commission for someone. Yeah. This is like doing a Simpsons artwork, it's obviously pretty quick and easy. But yeah, the portrait stuff is, the fun but hard stuff as well. The full colour stuff, you're mixing like so many colours and stuff. But it's fun. It's good fun.
Do you want to spruik this? Do you want people to?
Yeah, people.
Get in
I mean,
contact
like,
with you?
that's the thing. I do love it. And I do love, like doing it for people. And the only thing is now, anyone I try to steer clear of doing people that are deceased. But if it's really really special for someone, then I'll do it. But yeah, it's kind of weighs quite heavily.
They can get in contact with you through Instagram.
Yep.
DM. So what was the it's ghost _notes
187. Yeah.
_187. So hit the big E up. Let's have a look at some of these other ones that you've done, mate. Who are those comedians?
So that's Andrew Santino, Bobby Lee and Jesse Jetski Johnson. So
There you go. There's all three of them.
yeah. So Bobby and Andrew, they're comedians that run Bad Friends podcast. And
They're funny fuckers.
Yeah, really good. I saw Bobby Lee in like 2015, I think it was, with like my mum and my sister, and my brother over in LA at the Comedy Store, and it was wild.
That's on my hit list. I want to go to the Comedy Store, and then I want to go to the Mothership.
Yeah,
I wanna
yeah.
go to Joe's
Down in
Mothership
Austin.
In Austin, yeah, exactly.
But yeah, they were out here not long ago, and yeah, I painted those and gave them to Carlos, who's like one of the team members. Whether they got them or not, I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's just something that I wanted to do. Like, so a lot of stuff I just do for myself. I don't post everything that I do. Like, I have a lot of stuff that I just do for myself, just to do for.
For sure. I mean, every artist does that, you know. But it's cool. Is there any more in there, Matt? What else we got? Oh, jeez,
There's some motorbike. The motorbikes are the hardest, like by far the hardest. I haven't. There's still one I've got to post that I did for a good mate. Yeah, there's the pickup that I did for another mate.
Oh,
There's
cool. Show us that
someone
pickup. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, that car's nice.
That's cool, bro. Go back out. Let's have a look. See what else we've got here. Another pickup.
Yeah, another pickup. Snoop. That's one of my faves.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, I love that one.
That's
That's actually I use that as the profile photo.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, they're people's dogs, and yeah, kind of they're all kind of other ones or whatever. There's a bit of a mix. It's good.
For anybody just listening, sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a picture of this. A picture of this.
We're just going, oh yeah.
That's why
cool.
you got to watch
That's
this on
cool.
YouTube and
Yeah.
see this setup. Like,
Well,
it's
and
not just some blank wall studio either.
And it's on Spotify too.
No one wants to see. You can blur out my face and then it's
all our pods are now, on Spotify. So audio and video on Spotify.
nice.
You can take your tip, mate. I don't
Oh
want-
yeah.
don't
Don't
want
want my girl jam.
your goobies, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, you're going to be inundated now, hey? Have all
I
this
don't
work-
have that much time,
this
so
work
don't
come
expect
through.
it anytime soon. I've got a few commissions to people listening. If anyone that's waiting on commissions, I'm really sorry. But you'll get them eventually.
Well, they know that good things take time, mate. You know?
yeah. Okay,
Artists-
that's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, they do. Good things take time.
Yeah.
They do. Indeed. What's the plan for you this year, mate? What's you got any travel coming up?
Yeah,
Anything
me and a
booked?
couple of boys were going to Bali for a week. Like, that was more like I can't miss out. Like, it's a FOMO thing. It's we're a good bunch, and if you miss out on something, you don't go, you're gonna hear it for the rest of your life.
Just the boys?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go, but George is like, no, what are you doing? You have to go, because I feel bad leaving her, because I do it quite often for work, because I travel for work. But yeah, she's like, no, you have to go. So yeah, I'm doing that, and then the plan was for Georgia and I to go to, over to Africa and go to like Rwanda and work our way through like Tanzania, Mozambique, and all of that. But George is running a marathon in, I think it's October. So
The Melbourne one?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, she's.
Has she been running long? Is this just a new thing for her? Or?
She's always kind of run she used to do a run for the kids, and she's always like here and there sort of thing, and then jumped off. Her dad was one of the first Spartans for the Melbourne Marathon, so he was the one of the first.
Well,
So he's
hats
got the
off to
Spartan.
those guys, man. They're fucking legends.
Oh man,
They're legends.
wild. So yeah, so they were always, Georgia as a little kid, always on the sideline,
Yeah.
yelling to dad and cheering on the sidelines, and yeah, so now she's finally going to tick it off. So it's a cool family thing.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, now her level of dedication it's very inspiring.
Great.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the photos and hear the result.
Yeah.
What sort of time is she looking to tick off?
4
4 hours, under 4 hours?
I'm not too
3.5?
sure actually. Like, whatever she'll put her mind to,
Yep.
she'll beat it.
Yep.
That's just how she operates. Yeah.
Sometimes it's not as easy as that though, dude. I had trained for 4 hours, which is quite reasonable for the first marathon.
Yeah.
I got to the 36k mark and didn't have enough salt in my system. My quad started cramping, and fuck, the last 6k's I was just in agony.
That sounds horrific.
Walk run for the last fucking 6k's. It was. You wouldn't want to wish that on your worst enemy.
Whoa.
But the great thing about it is that at the end you run into the MCG, and
That's
there's
cool.
a big fucking crowd there. It was
That's cool.
I saw a mate a couple of years ago. He did his first marathon, and the crowd at the MCG is insane. I reckon.
can't
So
wait.
mine was what was mine? 2012 or 2013, I think. And there was only a quarter of the amount of people at the MCG at the finish line back then than what there was now.
Now, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to do it, but yeah, my knee's cactus. I've got to have surgery and all that sort of thing. But it's how
Yeah.
it is.
Look, it's either on the table or it's not. You know, for some people will do one and never. I can't do another one.
Yeah.
I'm toast as well too because of my hips. But I've ticked that box and moved on. You know, which I think in life you need to do. You need to have these little goals, these little wins.
Yeah.
You know, and even on a daily basis. You know,
Excuse me.
yeah, even on a daily basis, just ticking a box and you know, feeling like you've accomplished something. You know?
Well, that's pretty much how. I mean, like, yeah, with where Lord comes from, and that's why I, resonate quite well with it. You know, living until I die. Like, try everything. Like, I've got scuba diver license, free diving license. I fish, I spearfish. I do so many. Like, I love to do at least try everything once. Like, like I'm big into my Muay Thai. I've like done weight training and all that sort of thing, and like I've done everything from like obviously artwork or whatever. And I was talking earlier about forging a knife, like things like that.
That's right. You were telling us about, weren't you? Have we got a photo of one of the knives that you've forged?
Yeah, there she is.
That was that the first knife you forged?
I did two at the same time, like while I was doing it at the same time. So I made one completely by hand with no power tools, like so traditional how it would have been done way back before power tools existed. And then this one here, which is named Murder Boy. Murder Boy, yeah.
By name, not by nature, I hope.
Yeah, definitely just by name. And that was obviously assisted with power tools. Otherwise, I'd still be making it now. But yeah, that was by far one of the hardest but most rewarding, fun things I've ever done in my life. And that was one thing I really badly wanted to tick off. And fortunately, I got to do it with Bud Heiser from 13 Knives out in Collingwood. His I know everyone goes on about Kentucky bourbon, but Bud Heiser by far is the best export from Kentucky. One of the sweetest, humble, nicest humans I've ever met. And he actually never taught anyone before. It was never a thing to do classes, and I just fortunately met him through a screen printer. And he's just like, oh, Bud does that. He's like, and then yeah, kind of the rest is history. But it is relentlessly so difficult. It's so hard. People watch I don't know, Forge and Fire on TV and people swinging a hammer. Oh, that looks like fun. Swinging a hammer is tough. Like I go to the gym and work out and stuff, and like I got a 2-pound hammer. I'm like, oh, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
After an hour, I'm like, Bud, I just can't lift my arm anymore.
How many hours is involved in making that?
Around about 40 hours on
Wow.
that one. Yeah. So that's like, getting your 1080 steel is like a blank sort of thing, and actually bashing away, mapping it out, shaping it, and then obviously just constantly in and out of the forge, heating it up, bashing it. It's to move steel. It's not like friggin' molten lava. It is really. It's a hard, super hard job. But if you look at shout out to 13 Knives, obviously. But if you look at the stuff that Bud makes, it's art. They're
Have we got his
beautiful.
website there, Matty? 13 Knives.
13 Knives. Yeah, they're like, it's beautiful. So that the handle, he sources the wood as well. He drives all around Australia and finds certain woods. And so that's
Is that any particular wood?
yeah, so
on
that's
yours?
mulga, Australian mulga,
Never
native.
heard of it.
Yeah, and it was I think he got it from a guy that from near the Murray River.
Yep.
And he's like, it just sung out to me. But
It's a hardwood, obviously.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he uses everything from ebony, but then he uses bones and horns from different animals, like giraffe, and like it's pretty crazy. But his as far as passionate bladesmiths and stuff, like the stuff that he makes, but he makes like custom knives for like kind of high end chefs. Like so chefs will come here, have a meet with them, and then so the blade of the handle of my knife is specifically designed to how I chop and hold a knife, and I hold it.
So
really weird.
obviously there's an art to it, isn't there?
Oh God.
Yeah.
it's
So he'd be a rare breed, wouldn't he?
I think it is.
Is
Yeah,
there
I
many of them?
definitely. It's definitely become more popular. I feel in recent years, but there's kind of like two types. There's stock removal where people get a bit of steel and then either get like a laser cutter or whatever that cuts out the shape of the knife, and they just grind it back and chuck it in and anneal it or whatever. And then there's the buds that have that are swinging hammers in fire, which is
And you can see obviously the hammer marks on the top of the knives there.
Yeah.
Which is all part of the character, really, isn't it?
oh, I think that's what makes it beautiful. But look at those hands. Look at the
You got oyster shuckers as well. Too.
yeah, that's big for him. Really big for him.
Yeah?
It's a big $260.
It seems cheap, doesn't it?
Oh,
when you think about how much work's involved in it.
100%.
Although, what's that veggie chopper down? And we got a price on that? Oh, there you go, $830.
But
That,
even
that
still-
makes sense.
Yeah, but you know, like you're looking like at a, depending. Obviously, there's different types. So I went more of a French style knife for me, just because.
Where's that photo? Pull
kind of
that
chopper.
photo back up, Matt, please. The one that.
But I made a paring knife out of a file for I made it for my sister, and that's what she uses for
cool.
at home. Yeah, and
Oh, that is a good looking knife, mate.
yeah, so that's mulga and a bit of brass, and yeah, it's hard work, but it was really fun, and that's like one of my favorite things I own. And I don't know who knows where it will end up in the day, like, you know, kind of maybe to a nephew or niece or something like that.
Well, as you say, when you engage in a task like that, and there's a process to it, and then you complete it, and that's what I used to really love about the signwriting industry, is that you would design something for a client, and then you'd manufacture it, install it, and create it, and stand back and go, "Fuck, I did that."
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And that's going to be up there for everybody to see for a long time. you
I
know?
love that sort of
And
stuff.
that was
And
the
do you like
most
drive
satisfying.
in the car with Mav and you're like, I made that. I made that.
Well, all the stuff I did basically was back in NZ. Oh no, I did some signage work over here, but most of it was tied up with race cars and bits and pieces.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it is. As you say, it's really satisfying when you.
It just it gives you a newfound respect for these artisans that make this sort of stuff, because I was that person beforehand, before making one. I was like, $1,400, as if I'm not paying $1,400. How do they justify that?
Yeah.
And that's the sad thing, that these poor people that have spent years and years and years and years to perfect their craft, and then it takes them hours.
I'm out of breath. This week.
Again, people in Bahrain, just give it back. Go get your dad. What are you doing?
Oh Jesus Christ!
You're not having it enough. That's the problem.
You reckon?
That's what I'd tell myself. But yeah, just a respect. But that's for like all art forms, anything that takes so much time. And I think that's the problem with us in a society where we want everything so quick and expect everything to be there. Like, we just don't really appreciate the true value of things when they're actually,
Well, that's sad, and it and it brings me to something I was thinking about the other day with the old Haktur girl. Yeah, it's sad when you think our society celebrates somebody who was caught on camera drunk talking about spitting on a sea, and then she's made millions out of it.
Good on her though. Saw her opportunity, made some money. She's
Yeah, she
But,
faded
again-
away pretty quickly though, didn't after that bloody coin incident.
oh yeah, the old crypto.
Just even us talking about it has given her, given her airtime.
Yeah.
It's just sad. It's just sad. I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't. When you think about you're bringing up children, in this environment, as you say, everything's instant gratification.
Yeah.
There's no earning of anything. There's no putting the effort in. It's just I want it and I want it now, and that's what's going to happen, especially with AI and everything. It's all about automation. It's all about just instant. People want things quick. They want it now, and
Yeah.
they don't want to fucking wait.
I don't know how to get around it either. I'm not
I don't-
smart enough to try and figure that out. Leave
Well,
that to
no,
people
that's
with proper functional brains.
some it would probably annoy some people more than others, but sometimes it doesn't even bear thinking about.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah, true. But yeah. Get in there, mate. Make a knife.
You reckon that's
Yeah, I'm gonna make another. I'm gonna make another 3. Hoping to make another 3. Yeah, since my dad passed away, I grabbed some of his old files. I'm gonna turn those files into knives. So,
perfect, mate?
Yeah.
Hey, It was Bob, wasn't it?
No, Bud.
Oh, Bud. Sorry,
Budweiser,
my
yeah.
apologies, Bud. Hey, if anybody, go back to that website. We'll just spruik Bud's website. I don't know if he needs more work. He's obviously doing pretty well.
He's
But
pretty flat
you
out.
know,
But
it was, what's the web? The web address is 13knives.com.au.
that's him there.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a
He
good-looking human as well.
He looks like he makes knives, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
That's very stereotypical.
But he's so sweet, and he's got those eyes as well.
Yeah.
He's taking ladies,
He's good looking.
but
good
he's
looking guy.
he's a real sweetheart.
That's the one thing I need to do this year is actually make a list, because I feel like the older I'm getting, the less I'm doing, or the less enthused I am about doing stuff.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like I often check myself going, why are you not doing something right now? You know, why have you not got something planned or what? I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
I can relate.
yeah, it's a little bit. It is a bit frustrating, because like back in the days, and I've said it before, it was just like, fuck it, let's just do it. You know, no risk, no reward. You know, so it's funny as you get older. You know, I'm fit, I'm healthy, but I've still got in the back of my head, you know, if I injure myself, you know, the ramifications. You know, so you know, there's that. For some reason, there's just doubt creeping into the back of my mind.
But you're
And I
like
don't-
super fit for your age.
I don't fucking like it. I wouldn't say super fit.
Really?
No.
Mate, I come in here rocking up, like giving you a hug. I'm like, mate, this guy's made out of freaking marble.
I'm constantly look, mate. If you touch my belly, I've got some love handles.
Yeah.
That's the hardest phase.
Bought
You
and
get
paid
older.
for, don't worry.
And so I'm trying to get rid of mine. I can't get rid of them. They're like a fucking tenant, and they won't fuck off. Hey, we got any more Devon?
Sweet.
Yeah, old
Devon.
mate Devon.
Listen up, people on Instagram. I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to like that, but it's certainly not fucking me. Okay, bye.
He's so good.
That's the sign of a true fucking psycho. Okay, bye.
Nah, he's owning it. I'm into Devon. I hope
He's
he
my-
walks the streets with the swagger.
He's my. He sounds like he's from New York, and I mean, shit, he's probably got some stories to tell, hasn't he?
Oh God, I still haven't been in New York. Hey,
No, it's on the list of things to do as well
same.
too.
I think
Yeah.
everyone, like heaps of my friends, always trip. You of all people, you haven't been in New York. You're so like you need to be there.
I don't know,
I'll get there.
for some reason, my algorithm's just punching up shit about 9/11 for some reason. I don't know why you go down these rabbit holes.
Yeah, yeah.
But some of the sick shit I'm trying to find up for the show is just like. It's just,
well, you
it's
found Devon.
things.
That's a win.
Yo, actually, hold on a sec. Have we got Mr. Meow Meow Guy? Have you seen Meow Meow Guy?
No.
Check this dude out, mate. He is.
Oh God, Mr. Meow Meow.
He is. I think he's called Steez Nuts or Steels. What's his handle? I can't.
It's a lovely dress.
Steez Nuts. There you go. Steez _ nuts. That's hanging off his tackle.
I can't. That's got to be a fake rot. What? It's
Once again, for those people just listening, we've got a guy with a beard and braids.
and a
la-
royal blue ball gown dress, standing on like raised stilts, things swinging.
A rock, and that's got to be.
Not just it. That's
20
50 Oh,
You reckon?
you think about a 20 kilo plate
Plate,
at the gym.
yeah.
That's easily 2 plates.
Yeah. Hey man,
And chain.
Matty, go to his. So that's hanging off his block and tackle. Go to his Insta, mate. Go to Insta, and there's one because you were going. That can't be right. That can't be right. But there's one of him slamming pumpkins with his nuts. And
As you do.
As you do. Well,
Here we are wasting
for
our
something.
time. We're
for
idiots.
Exactly.
Should be smashing
We
pumpkins
need pumpkins.
with
We
our
need
nuts.
pumpkins. You need pumpkins. Have you got my Insta, Matt?
Oh, aliens are just looking down. Just okay. Next planet.
Oh, you wonder why they don't show their faces. Hey, you reckon?
Oh, maybe that's one of them. Just speaking language. That's how he communicates.
Meow, meow.
Swinging. Oh yeah.
Meow, meow.
He just told the end is nigh. Join us. Start
Do you
swinging.
believe? Do you believe in aliens?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, hold on a sec before you go any further. That one there where he's holding the. Yeah, play that one. Play that one. So he loves swinging stuff. Have we got any volume on that, Matty?
Got a star pillow. Holding up. Okay, that
There
pillow
we
meant
go.
nothing.
Pumpkin to the.
Oh
balls.
God! What's?
Oh.
Why? This makes no sense. Oh God. Oh, that makes me feel sick.
Does that make you? My taint is
That's what I was.
Yeah.
I was clenching that.
that one where he's
What
holding
is-
the pumpkin.
Mum and Dad saying.
What are his mum and dad saying? Look at our son. We're so proud of him. The one where he's holding the pumpkin and with that one there. Meow, 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 meow. Here we go. Oh, Jesus
God.
Christ.
I'm jealous of that flexibility.
Oh,
I'm jealous of that. What?
that's more on his taint and his bum than his balls, I reckon. Is he going to break it? Is he?
Is this not on repeat? Is he just doing it
No, he's
4 times?
Look, here we go. Oh, congratulations. Meow, meow. Oh, enough of that, Maddie. Oh, that's enough.
I don't feel
my
so bad.
My balls are hurting just listening. Just
That
listening to
is-
it.
Like he's like, okay, well, let's do some. I'm guessing maybe he has a team as well. If he's got heaps, I'm sure he must have heaps of followers. How weird.
How many followers has he got, Maddie? Still, Steez _ nuts.
I've got an idea. Yeah. What is it? Carve a jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, that's brilliant. It's nearly Halloween time. Carve a pumpkin. Yeah, and I do the splits and crush my nuts on top of it.
Tick, tick, tick. 87,000. How many views did that video get, Maddie? That one that we were just looking at.
What is that big white thing? That what on the? Oh God! Like
That's-
I do and don't want to see what's going on underneath.
I want to know whether it's just round his ball bag or round his C and his ball
tulip.
bag.
Randy's
How many views did that one get? Where's the views on it?
Lordy, Michael Geordie. That's madness.
Doesn't show the views. Oh, come on. Oh, if you go back out into it doesn't, it's
No,
not even
I
showing
don't
him up
know.
there.
It-
Ah.
Jeez.
So, like, he's getting, like, don't quote me, I think there's about 18,000 views per video.
Oh my.
Plus, there's some sick people out there, which we're included. We're talking about aliens.
Still, at the same time, I want to know what planet he's from. I'll go there to check it out.
They dress funny. I don't know if I'd fit in. Do you want to fit it over there?
Aliens, yeah.
Yeah?
It is ludicrous to think that we're the only one. And if you've been to, there's just no two ways about it.
Well, that's it. And what I was talking about before, just the vastness of this fucking soul. When you think about it, we're hurtling around on a big fucking rock at so many thousand miles an hour in fucking space, and there's an infinite amount.
Infinite and possible, yeah.
Exactly. As you say, you got to wonder why there's not more of us or people or beings like us. You know.
Well, I think our problem is that we think that we're the smartest species that could possibly be.
No, well, that's just human for you.
Yeah.
You know, it's surely not the case.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. What's going to happen eventually is AI is going to take over, and basically humans will be replaced. It'll just be fucking cyborgs or human or robots. You know?
Or it could be like Terminator 2. If you watch Prophets, have you watched Prophets of Science?
No.
It's a document from ages ago. But yeah, it's kind of like, again, it's really going back to my Star Wars fascination. But yeah, it's like a documentary on like all these different sci-fi or different movies or whatever. And these things that like, George Lucas came up with, Tatooine, this planet that has 2 suns setting, and scientists back in the day like, oh, that's just ridiculous. There's no planet could have 2 suns. And then 40 years later or whatever, they find a planet with 2 suns. Like, oh, sorry, George. Sorry about that. Holograms and lasers and all this sort of stuff. It's like, oh, shit. This all the Force. The Hadron Collider, they discovered that, like there's an element that's like the Force.
Yeah.
So things like that. So then they're like if you look at Terminator or whatever, or The Matrix, you look at things like that. It's like,
The Matrix is a scary fucking...
well, that's not good. That's heavy. That's
Exactly.
real heavy.
And the fact that we could be in the Matrix at the moment.
Yeah, right now.
You know?
Yeah.
And
I do love thinking about that.
Do you?
Yeah,
I
but then
dunno.
at the same time I don't. But
I
then I'm just like,
fucking-
what does it matter? If I am, then it doesn't matter.
I don't know. I don't like my head to be filled up with fucking thoughts of pending doom, you know? Because when you think about it, there's a start and an end point to anything and everything. Even stars fucking explode. you
Yeah.
know? So there's that, everything's on a cycle. So, yeah, it fucking depresses me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really worry about it. I was like, I know if I am in a simulation, and then the day that I croak, and then I just get a body in a pod that just unplugs, and then it gets turned into fuel for the next body or whatever. I'm like, what does it matter then? Yeah, so I was like, I don't care. But yeah,
Well, that's what they say when you're dead. You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So see, I don't know.
Only affects.
Or we
the
won't
peop-
see.
It only affects the people that are left.
But the gnarly thing that I do think about is when, like when passing or whatever, it's like, especially for people that go, too soon or whatever. And that's what I was telling Georgia, and, with the person that passed away recently, it was like, what if I was just like, I'm like, no, I'm not ready to go yet. That's not fair. No, I've got so many things to do.
Yeah.
That's the tough one. But so that's what I like, again, try to do as much as I can. I got 48 hours, work Monday to Friday, got 48 hours on the weekend. So today I've got this, and I got lunch with my brother, then I'm going to a music festival.
Boom.
Yeah, and then tomorrow I've got, I'm going to my niece's birthday, which I'm super excited about, and then I'm going to go see a band, an artist, a rapper play tomorrow night.
You have got a full schedule. We've got a full
love it.
schedule here too. We're recording 2 podcasts back to back tomorrow.
That's wild.
It's good.
It is good.
It's good. We've hit the ground running this year, which has been fantastic.
How much buck fast do you go through?
Well, some people just drink it for to be nice and be polite. You're one of the seasoned campaigners. I know that's the only reason you came back was for the buck fast.
I've got my own supply. Don't you bloody worry.
Oh, really? Where do you get it from?
Oh, Chapel.
Oh, you get it from there?
Yeah. It's because my mate Zach, he just lives just around the corner. So whenever I if I need to get more, I'll just be around the corner. I'm gonna quickly do a dash.
Make sure you get me to give you a bottle on the way out. For sure, mate.
Oh,
It's the
nice.
least I can. It's the least I can do for your time.
Mate, this day all worthwhile.
Because you are a busy man, as you've just said.
I try not to be, but yeah, I think but at the same time, I think it's the best way to be.
Yeah, for sure. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
No kids.
No. I never say never, but do the check in with George. We check in on each other, whatever, and I love kids. I do. I love them so much.
Sure,
my
you're
nieces
great. You're a great
nephews,
uncle.
I love being around them and stuff. And yeah, but I don't know. It's just I don't know for what reason. It's just not ticking over just yet. So I say yeah. That's why I say yeah. I'll never say never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for sure.
Yeah.
There's no need to write it off, is there?
No.
Yeah,
But
'cause-
I love Georgia and I. We have a really nice life, and we have a really good time together. But if Georgia was like right now, it's just like.
We should got to do a marathon first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she got to tick that off. Yeah, but if she just turn around and say, "Oh, look, I want to," I'll be like, "Oh, okay, sure. Like we're a team. We're in this together."
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
yeah.
Mav's mum got pregnant with Mav training for a marathon.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
put that vibe out there.
Something got the something slipped past the goalie on that occasion. So
Yeah, that's cool.
But how cool's that?
That's real
We got
cool.
Mav. We got Mav.
That's a win. That's
It
a
is
win.
a-
It's a big
it is,
win.
man. It
He's
is.
a good kid.
He's a freaking lady killer, mate.
Does not come as a surprise.
Yeah.
I said, that's the thing about painting notes. When I paint people and you notice certain things about them, you notice little things, things that you wouldn't know, you see them all the time or whatever. And certain characteristics, oh, that's cool. Yeah, Mav's eyelashes is one thing that's.
Oh, yeah, he's got girls' eyelashes. Yeah,
and
I was like that as a kid as well. Too.
Oh,
My mum-
really?
yeah. Because I was supposed to be a girl. The only reason I've got a sister is because I'm a boy. I was a boy, so mum and dad, but they would have stopped at me if I was a girl.
Yeah,
So,
right.
Yeah, I wouldn't make a very nice girl. I don't think.
We'll never know.
No.
Oh, you could,
Well,
you could always, you could.
You might find out.
Yeah, get your drag on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Oh, that's one thing I'd like to tick off as well. I'm a big drag queen fan, big RuPaul fan. We had a drag queen at our wedding.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we had Jimmy the Queen, which is one of my favourite drag queens. Yeah, we had Jimmy
That's
the Queen
awesome.
at our wedding. Yeah, I think, again, reverting back to art, I think it's one of the most craziest, insane art forms in the world.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it is so full on to transform. It'd take a hell of a lot of work to transform my face into something that would resemble a female and that to look attractive. But some of them, you've got to check yourself. You're like, oh my god, and then judge.
They're
Oh yeah, well,
dedicated.
shit, yeah,
Really dedicated to the.
But not just that, to the art form, but not just that, walking here, and the dance, the performance side, everything to it. It is a wild, wild art form that I think is heavily, heavily underrated. And obviously, I don't want to get all political and stuff like that.
Oh, we
with the stuff
don't do
that's going on.
we don't do famous people or politics.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
But I think it's such a a really, I think it's like one of my favorite art forms, and it is an art form. Anyone that denies that is, they're lost.
We had a mariachi band at our wedding.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I love mariachi bands.
I don't know why.
Have you been to Mexico City?
No.
Get
That's
to
it.
Garibaldi.
I know.
As soon as you get to Mexico City, you go to get on the train, Garibaldi station. You get off, and it's mariachis. That's the mariachi part of the city.
Wow.
And the mariachis all play in the squares, and usually they're all celebrating Mexicans that have got citizenship in America. It's wild, and it's just like if you were to like walk into like I don't know Burke Street, and it's all mariachis playing, and everyone's celebrating, and you can just join them, and you're like, oh, what's going on? Like, oh, we got citizenship. You're like, yeah, and
cool.
Yeah, it's wild. But that's where they go to have like breakfast, so you can sit down at a table with mariachis in their suits. I got two mariachi suits. But yeah, I got in Garibaldi. That's where I got mine.
Because they're really ornate. They're pretty cool, aren't they?
It's amazing. But yeah, good old Mexico.
Shit, we got to get there.
Oh mate, you wait.
Hey man, it's been a fucking pleasure.
Mate, it's always a treat, a real treat.
Will you come back?
If you have me back, I don't know what else I could crap on.
So if I ask you back, you're not going to shit bricks next time?
Oh no, I still will. Because by that time you would have had someone that's been to the moon, someone that's done this, someone that's done this, done this, and we've got Elijah back who still hasn't really done that. Just talks a lot of shit.
Mate, you've done a lot. You do a lot. I'm actually envious of your unbounding energy. Abounding?
I don't know actually. No. I tap out at like a 10 word vocabulary really. Yeah, I do. Again, I have to take my hat off to Georgia to be with someone that I do have a lot of energy. I'm like a child 99% of the time.
Well, to Georgia, thank you for lending me
my sweetheart.
Big E for the morning. I appreciate it, and good luck with the marathon.
She'll be a murder scene.
I'm sure you're gonna nail it. So and I'm sure there's some people that you know that would love to come on the podcast. So if you're having a chat to somebody, we're always wanting new guests, and obviously you understand the concept. It's pretty easy just to sit here and have a chat and talk about stuff. I mean, I had but I knew about the notes. I was pleasantly surprised when you gave that to me earlier on. That was amazing.
Oh, pleasure,
but like the knives and stuff like that. I mean. Keep doing what you're doing, mate, because you're fucking absolutely nailing life.
Yeah, nice. cheers, man.
Awesome, bro. Thanks.
Well, you're nailing this.
Hey, well, I'm trying hard.
People out there listening, you've honestly just like, even if it's just like a minute of watching it on YouTube and then listening to the rest of it on Spotify or whatever, you obviously don't get to see the rest of this whole building that we're in, but yeah, even just this studio, it's definitely not what you think until you see it. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, mate, you've done. It's like it is really like it's phenomenal.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, we're going to be dropping some more videos from behind the scenes and letting people know.
Yeah, nice.
I've sort of kept my cards pretty close to my chest so far, and it's
which is classic you as well.
Well,
I find.
yeah. I don't like to spout off without sort of seeing results. So you got to learn to crawl before you can walk. So yeah, it's good. As I said, I'm really happy. I'm happy to have people like you sitting opposite me. And if our guests take something away from today's chat, fucking brilliant. Yeah, absolutely nice. Brilliant. So
probably not going to take too much from me, but
dude. Mate, you're probably going to get a lot of commission work on that note stuff because that is insane. That's absolutely insane. And I'm going to hang that on my wall with pride, so everybody can see it. All the guests can see it. So once again, thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure, man.
Love
Stoked
you, bro.
To be here. Right back at you.
Thanks,
you too, man.
That's a wrap, Matt.
Thanks, Maddie.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in and for your time. You know the vibe, I'm steady living until I die. It's a lewd state of mind and we showed you that. Keep it authentic and real, I hope you coming back. Hey, make sure that you subscribe, cause we got it popping all the time, man, it's going down. If you wanna elevate, wanna live a better life, keep it locked here. You know it's a lewd state of mind, let's go.